A former WWE superstar recently predicted that a Bloodline member would win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. He claimed the victory would lead that superstar to a square-off against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. The original Tribal Chief and Solo Sikoa are currently fighting over the leadership of the Bloodline. While Sikoa has Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu on his side, Reigns is seemingly reuniting with the Usos and possibly Sami Zayn ahead of Survivor Series War Games. Speaking on the Rebooked podcast, former WWE superstar Matthew Rehwoldt, FKA Aiden English, predicted that Sikoa could win the upcoming Royal Rumble match. Despite pointing out that he believes The Rock would probably return to face Reigns at WrestleMania, he claimed Sikoa could end up fighting the original Tribal Chief at the Show of Shows following his potential Royal Rumble win. After Jimmy Uso reunited with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood, the two embarked on a mission to convince Jey Uso to join their fight against Solo Sikoa's Bloodline. After Sikoa's group cost Jey his Intercontinental Championship, Main Event interfered to help Motor City Machine Guns defeat Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa to capture the WWE Tag Team titles. Jimmy and Jey had a heart-to-heart conversation in the ring last Monday on Raw, in which the latter agreed to help his twin brother. Meanwhile, he is set to talk with Reigns this Friday on SmackDown ahead of Crown Jewel, where the Usos will team up with Reigns to fight the Bloodline. As we approach the beginning of the road to WrestleMania 41, one event stands out as the true catalyst for what's to come, the Royal Rumble. And while there's always excitement surrounding who could win and go on to face the champion at WrestleMania, one former WWE star has put forth a bold prediction. A member of the Bloodline will win the 2025 Royal Rumble, but it won't be The Rock. Instead, the prediction suggests that someone currently in Roman Reigns' inner circle could rise to the occasion, igniting an intense, personal, and potentially explosive feud. This scenario, while unexpected, could actually be the perfect storm for WWE, as it has the potential to bring a whole new layer of depth to Roman Reigns' ongoing saga as the Tribal Chief. With Reigns having dominated the WWE landscape for years, a confrontation with a member of his own family, a brother in the Bloodline, could be the defining moment of his legendary title reign. Here's why this storyline has all the makings of a classic and how it could unfold. Since 2020, Roman Reigns has ruled the WWE Universe with an iron fist, and his dominance is more than just about holding the championship. It's about maintaining his position as the undisputed Tribal Chief. Over the past few years, he has meticulously built the Bloodline faction, reinforcing his power and authority while maintaining loyalty from those closest to him. However, loyalty in WWE is as fragile as a glass ceiling, and the Bloodline's foundation has shown cracks in recent months. While the idea of The Rock returning to face Roman has been one of the most popular predictions for WrestleMania, a Bloodline member winning the Royal Rumble and stepping up would add an unmatched level of emotional investment. This isn't just about the title, it's about family dynamics, respect, and ambition. A faction's story often centers around betrayal, loyalty, and redemption, and the Bloodline storyline has been no exception. But a member from within challenging Roman for his seat at the head of the table would be a game-changer. It would force Roman to question everything about his legacy, his power, and even the family itself. One of the most obvious choices for this role is Jey Uso. Jey has been integral to Roman's storyline since Reigns first embraced his Tribal Chief persona. Their history is already filled with dramatic moments, particularly their battles in 2020 when Jey was forced to acknowledge Roman as the head of the family. Since then, Jey has played a loyal role, but recent tensions have seen him question his place in the family. Winning the Royal Rumble would not only mark Jey's redemption arc, but would also symbolize him finally stepping out of Roman's shadow. As a former tag team star, Jey's solo journey has been rife with ups and downs. His triumph in the Royal Rumble would be monumental, showcasing his growth and his willingness to defy Roman for what he believes in. Jey could argue that he has followed Roman long enough and that the time has come for a new Tribal Chief to represent the family, one who leads with compassion and not intimidation. Alternatively, Jimmy Uso could take on this role. Jimmy has often been seen as the more rebellious brother, quick to stand up for what he believes. He's had moments of loyalty, but he's also been the one to step away, making him the wild card in the family. Having Jimmy win the Royal Rumble could bring a fresh twist to the storyline, as he has never fully supported Roman's style of leadership. Jimmy could challenge Roman by claiming that the bloodline needs to evolve. A Jimmy versus Roman feud would bring a clash of personalities and wrestling styles, with Jimmy embodying a more chaotic, free-spirited form of wrestling against Roman's methodical, controlled dominance. That conflict could represent a split between tradition and progress, a battle of brothers with different visions for the bloodline's future. Perhaps the most interesting twist would be if Solo Sikoa were to win the Royal Rumble. Solo has largely been in the background, acting as the enforcer and protector of the bloodline. His loyalty has been unwavering, and he's displayed an almost silent dedication to Roman's cause. But as the younger brother, Solo winning the Rumble could symbolize a shift in power dynamics within the bloodline itself. A Solo versus Roman match at WrestleMania would be unique because, unlike G or Jimmy, Solo has never openly opposed Roman. His challenge would come not from a place of defiance, but from a sense of duty. Solo could argue that Roman has become too controlling and paranoid, taking the bloodline down a path of fear and isolation rather than respect. By stepping up to face Roman, Solo would be embodying a more protective, nurturing role for the family's future, a future he believes Roman is no longer fit to lead. What makes this potential storyline so captivating is the emotional stakes. Wrestling fans have followed the bloodline's journey from dominance to internal conflict, and having a Royal Rumble winner from within would add an intense layer of personal drama. Every punch, every promo, every stare down would carry the weight of betrayal, family ties, and respect. It's rare for a storyline to transcend just the championship and focus on values and identity, but that's precisely what this match could do. Fans would also be split, with some supporting Roman and others backing the challenger. Roman has been the face of WWE for years, a champion who commands the ring with a magnetic presence. But in the context of his family's future, he's vulnerable. A bloodline member challenging him would expose that vulnerability, forcing him to confront his fears about being abandoned and replaced. The stage would be set for a confrontation unlike any other. WrestleMania 41 would see Roman Reigns facing not just an opponent but a brother. The implications would go beyond the title, affecting the legacy of the bloodline itself. WWE could use this storyline to finally evolve Roman's character, either through redemption or an even darker turn. For the challenger, victory would signify not just a championship win, but a chance to lead the bloodline in a new direction. Whether it's Jay, Jimmy, or Solo, their journey to WrestleMania would mark a definitive step toward independence and self-assertion. They would be fighting for more than a belt. They'd be fighting for the soul of the bloodline.